Jehovah kobotech, kimi kibagenge eng nyasutiet nekitinye, and may the Almighty God grant eternal rest to those who have lost their lives, strength to the survivors, and comfort to all affected families. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Caroline. Phyllis Barto.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me also join the leadership of Elgeyo Marakwet to condole with the families who lost their lives. Elgeyo Marakwet and Moiben constituency are co-joined, and we are neighbors. And majority of the settlers also who reside in Moiben have their families in Marakwet East. So I want to take this chance to say pole. And in that tragedy, we have mothers who are crying, we have sisters and brothers, we have fathers, we have people who have been widowed. And it is unfortunate, Mr. Speaker, that in the same space, once upon a time, there was a banditry attack, and so many lives were lost to the tune of 67 members. And it is the same place again that the floods have visited and destroyed families. How I wish that the government can take this opportunity to resettle these families in safer ground, because it seems this floods disaster will never go away, and make sure that the lands which are currently occupied by those residents are converted into government forests, so that they are. And I would also wish that the government compensates these victims, make sure that the students who are taking their exams are supported so that they are not affected, so that they can continue with their exams, and the schools which are destroyed to be rebuilt. And once again, from the entire constituency of Moiben and the people of the great people of Moiben, I want to say, pole sana, we are together in this in mourning.
Member Keyo North.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I want to take this opportunity to pass my heartfelt condolences to the families of those people who lost their loved ones. Also in my case, a mother and a grandchild, and I also want to say pole to that family. Mr. Speaker, these people of Elgeyo Marakwet, and especially Marakwet East, have really suffered a lot. From the crisis of insecurity that we thank the government because it appears to have been sorted out, to now the problem caused by Mother Nature. Mr. Speaker, as we say pole and asking government as you say pole, I want to request and ask government to find a long-term solution, and not only to the people of Elgeyo Marakwet, to also other Kenyans. We have people who are facing cases of floods in Nyanza province and all other sides of the entire country. So I think in Busia, in also Coast, I think as a country, it's high time that we prioritize protecting the lives of Kenyans, so that as we put forward the interest of development, we also ensure that our people are being settled in safe grounds. In this regard, I want to say pole to those families. May the Almighty God find peace and comfort in your hearts as you mourn your loved ones. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Commissioner Macau.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Allow me to join the Honorable Ngelete and the leaders from Elgeyo Marakwet for the death of those victims of floods and landslides. Mr. Speaker, this is a wake-up call that climatic change is real, and it's high time. When I see motions being brought here for degazettement of forests, Mr. Speaker, it reminds me how much we are entertaining such natural calamities to happen. Mr. Speaker, I also call upon our governors, now that even the weathermen are warning us of heavy rains and flash floods, and they expect such calamities to happen. Mr. Speaker, it's high time. Devolution is the best thing that happened to this country. And I think governors of this country should now be prepared. Emergency monies must be set aside. We must have prevention measures put in place Mr. Speaker, because if we just sit like this and then we are here mourning, telling the dead ones, Pole, we are not doing them any favor. Mr. Speaker, I think is a place that, of course, is expected. And I think if we are careful, we maybe will build gambions or such measures that are going to avoid such. At this moment, Mr. Speaker, because it's a very hard time for the members of parliament, the leaders of that area, and even the ones who have lost their loved ones, allow me to say pole sana to those people. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And the Honorable Ngelechei requested that members who feel the empathy and have some coins to spare to support the rehabilitation of affected families, I have given permission and authority to sign a check off for those who want to contribute. Posing.
I thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as a neighbor, because my constituency, Pokot South, neighbors, Marakwet East, I am very devastated, Honorable Speaker. And I want to share my condolences with the Honorable Women Rep of Elgeyo Marakwet, Honorable Speaker. And I think she's made a very passionate plea, Honorable Speaker. So as a neighbor, I want to send my condolences to the people we lost. Honorable Speaker, we had in Pokot South and parts of Sigor constituency, we had a problem the same last parliament. But I think we saw the response, and I want to thank national government specifically on this, in the response that we saw in Marakwet East, Honorable Speaker, where the problem is. Ourselves in Pokot, we had a very irresponsive government, and therefore there was no response of government in last government, Honorable Speaker. But we could acknowledge whatever happened in Marakwet East. We saw the national government and also county government of Elgeyo Marakwet coming in. Honorable Speaker, as we send our message of condolences as neighbors, I want to make a suggestion, Honorable Speaker, to the department of this weather department to do two things, particularly in the highlands of Marakwet East, Marakwet West, Pokot South, and highlands of Sigor. Honorable Speaker, we have another problem called lightning, which kills our people, Honorable Speaker, almost every rain. Even now, I lost this rain in this season. I lost a number of people in Pokot South, Honorable Speaker. I am suggesting, I'm of the opinion, Honorable Speaker, and I hope they're listening, that the Department of responsible for weather to build lightning arresters in the highlands of the constituencies I've mentioned, and specifically in my constituency, Honorable Speaker. Because we have those two problems, the problem of landslide and also the problem of lightning arresters and lightning, which has killed a number of people and also animals, Honorable Speaker. So I'm proposing that, number one, that they should build those lightning arresters in those 4 neighboring constituencies. Number two, to set, Honorable Speaker, a meteorological station in those highlands. It's not about cutting forests. Because these people have been living, Honorable Speaker, there millions of years ago before we were born. I think there's something that we need to set a meteorological station in those highlands to be able to observe so that we can have an early warning system, Honorable Speaker. I thank you, and I thank Honorable Mwelechei, and we plead, Honorable Speaker, that people who are able to make contribution to the people of the great people of Marakwet East, Honorable Speaker. We sympathize with them, we condole with them, Honorable Speaker. I thank you.
Member for Keio South. Give him the mic.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I join my colleagues in mourning and saying pole to the people of Marakwet East, especially the people of Chesongoj, and the people of Keio North, especially the people of Kipendo. Mr. Speaker, the landslides in Elgeyo Marakwet are not random. In the year 2007, we lost people. In the year 2012, we lost people. In the year 2019, our old school in Marakwet East, I think it was Liter. It was swept by floods, the entire school. In the year 2020, we lost people again. Now, 2025, we have lost people. I am worried, Mr. Speaker, because this will reoccur. The entire stretch of Kerio Valley, and the topography of Elgeyo Marakwet County and more so West Pokot County consists of 3 topographies. There is the islands, which there is no problem. There is the escarpment, the Kerio escarpment, and then there is the valley, the Kerio Valley. So when rain, there is a lot of rain in the islands, it goes down the valley. The space between the Kerio Valley and the islands is what we call the hanging valley. Usually it's not because of huge rain, it's because of very, extensive, like it can rain for 24 hours with very small rain. It makes the ground to soak, and then it takes all what is available. What causes this? 1, the steep topography. 2, man-made, issues of cultivation from wananchi. But again, as leaders, we talk to wananchi, they tell us, you tell us you don't want us to cultivate on these steep areas. What will we do? What will we eat? It is a source of our livelihood. So like my colleagues have said, it's high time government, come up with measures so that we take these people to another land, surrender this land to maybe to Kenya Forestry, because we cannot have people lose their lives year in, year out. Usually this happens in the month of October to December. I was lucky in my constituency. There was not, there were landslides, but not in the scale of what happened in Marakwet West and Marakwet East and Keyo North. But, roads have been cut by the landslides. So if you look at the investment government puts in there in terms even of road network, it's very expensive. Even electricity, very expensive because of the topography of that area. Maybe it's high time, and maybe as we go forward, we'll bring a petition that all these people, because there are not many, can be transferred to another land, and we do land exchange, so that the forest somewhere can be exchanged with these people, because we cannot have a very good land in islands just for the trees, and people are suffering. Even if we want conservation, we must take care of our people, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Maungu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I must start by saying pole sana to the great people of Elgeyo Marakwet for the loss and the damage that happened recently. On my own behalf and that of the great people of Luanda and Vihiga County in general, we cry with them and we say pole sana for the loss that happened. Mr. Speaker, the issue that happened may not be very new because, as my colleagues have actually said, these are things that have happened over and over again. And as a country, it's high time that we may need to think afresh on how prepared we are in matters such as this, Mr. Speaker. Because we cannot do the same thing the same way and expect different results. My good brother has been able to enumerate